America is not a racist country.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Black family moved into a suburban area in Virginia Beach. And when they got there, they had a white supremacist neighbor that was making monkey noises and yelling out racial slurs whenever they would see this new Black family in the neighborhood. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the police were telling them that there was really nothing they could do because it was not criminally actionable, which is a lie. Okay, that is a lie. Number one, let me just tell you this based on just life experience. Do not get legal advice from police officers. Seriously, that is for a lawyer to answer that kind of question, not a police officer. Number two, I remember around here there was an incident. This was years ago, and different police came out uh, for a public disturbance that occurred around me. Well, it must have been like three different police officers that came out. They didn't come together, they came at different times. Each police officer gave a different answer. I kid you not. Each cop gave a different answer. And the mayor's office was called, and the mayor even admitted they realized when the cops answer public questions, they were not consistent. And I knew right then and there, many of these cops are out here doing these jobs every single day, and they still don't know the law. So, this family that got told this by the police officer, you really need to get good legal advice and don't get it from cops. I'm just saying. So, this is Unilad, and Janique Martinez and her family moved into their dream home in a suburban neighborhood in Virginia Beach, Virginia, 5 years ago. But she said they have since been targeted by harassment and surveillance by a male neighbor whenever they leave or return to their house. Martinez, who is Black, said the harassment initially began with blinking lights and loud music that would play whenever her family and others in the neighborhood returned home. With the sensor activated, music uh, reportedly changed based on the family that is activating the music. We are all on surveillance 24/7 with cameras in every direction of his home, Martinez told CNN, adding that the harassment soon began to take on a racist dimension, directly targeting her and her family. My husband parked his truck on the street in front of our house, which is city property. Instead of music, he started playing monkey noises, she said. This is what the neighbor was doing. Adding that after they called the police on him, the neighbor has been playing recordings of N word skits from comedy routines making fun of Black people. Yet, incredibly, in a statement to CNN, Virginia Beach Police Department said they were unable to take action against the man. No, you didn't want to take action against the man. There's a difference. Martinez says her family is heartbroken at the situation and that she's none the wiser as to his reason for the harassment. He can't be wrong in the eyes of the law. He doesn't care about the morale. She says, it feels hopeless and sad. I'm drained. Okay, let me just say a couple of things here. Number one, never, ever move into a new neighborhood or area without studying the demographics. You can even look at the police calls in that area, and you can see what kind of calls the police department get. You can just look every day just to see, is it just, domestic violence and robberies? It'll tell you how many murders or what kind of calls, and if there was an arrest. You can look at all of that stuff. You can, even if you want, talk to some of the neighbors that live there, if they don't mind talking to you before you move. But do your homework, do your due diligence before you move into any area, because once you get into that area and something like this happens, it's not always easy to leave. It is very expensive to relocate and move. Moving is not cheap at all. So when you make these moves, make sure you study everything about that particular town or suburb, and even the surrounding towns, to make sure you're not moving into a nightmare. This happens to a lot of people. You may love the home may be beautiful, but your neighbors will suck. Or it looks nice, but there's a lot of robberies. So I don't know if Janae Martinez did her homework before she moved there. I'm not sure. It doesn't say anything in the article about it, but that is something you absolutely must do. As far as the police and what they're saying, it's best to get legal advice. It really is. Cops are not lawyers. And like I said to you before, many of them barely know the law, and they're out here apprehending people. Many of them don't even know what the law is. So that's not, in my opinion, getting that advice from the police is not reliable, in my opinion. You may feel different. You may think the police got a point. I don't believe they do. But y'all, I mean, this is really a shame that they moved into this situation. I hope things get better. Maybe now that it's getting publicity, things will change. You never know. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.